I cannot imagine how low somebody can be if you're using somebody's death.
The mental health conversation, right? For me, that was the most important conversation to be had. But somehow that didn't happen at all.
I don't have to look anybody's ass. Alia doesn't even know my name. She doesn't know I exist. People like Irfan, Nawaz, they took like 17 years, to make it.
सुशांत सिंह राजपूत की हत्या के बाद कई चीजें बाहर निकल के आई हैं। अब मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि मूवी माफिया ने ना कि सिर्फ उनको बैन किया था, सिस्टमैटिक डिसमेंटलिंग, कैसे कतरा कतरा करके उनका दिमाग तोड़ा गया है, उनको मारा गया है।
We know that there is a huge troll army that's going to come run after us about anything that comes out of our mouth here on. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has lots to say. I can write a thesis on this. But we choose to stay quiet for our own sanity. And because there is no point putting fuel to the fire.
Of course, it was all very disturbing, because he was, we've seen him become a star, we've seen him come in and then become whatever. And for me, at that time, it was just the disturbing part was the mental health conversation, right? For me, that was the most important conversation to be had. But somehow that didn't happen at all. It just went completely derailed from that. And again, I was also equally surprised, and I was like, "Ye kya ho raha hai?" And I remember I put out a tweet where I said that, how is this justified? Like, if you're going after somebody with like blood on your hands and mouth and face, and you're screaming, you're literally going after them. How is that a logical, or I mean, how does that make sense as a response to this? So that was something I never understood, and now of course it's taken a different direction altogether.
It's being done for a specific result, the result being attention. The more you give it, the more it's going to happen. So do not look there. This whole thing of outsider, insider, there are a lot of people like us who have come from the outside, who, like we do, you enter a new profession. Like maybe somewhere nobody in your family was a doctor and you studied really hard, got those grades and went to med school and then became a doctor. This is a hard industry. It's a hard profession. It's very, very grueling. It takes time. People like Irfan, Nawaz, they took like 17 years, to make it. You have Radhika's example. You have too many examples in front of you where you've seen that people have stuck it out, had the perseverance, and finally got where they wanted to. What happened with Sushant's, the day we found out, is I think it really shook us. It shook our spine. It shook our existence, because it's literally somebody from your community of actors. The first time when this started, I had put out one tweet, and that's the only tweet I had put out, that I cannot imagine how low somebody can be if you're using somebody's death as personal vendetta, because it feels like that, and it's just so sad. It's just so disheartening. But unfortunately, because it is lockdown time, people have a lot of time in their hands and they're being gaslit so easily. So it's just a very murky situation. And my thing is, people who are trolling, say, Karan Johar and Alia and whoever. And listen, I mean, there are so many people who are saying, "Oh, stop licking their ass." I don't have to lick anybody's ass. Alia doesn't even know my name. She doesn't know I exist. We don't have anything to do with each other. It doesn't matter, okay? When the CA thing happened, I had literally put out the tweet tagging Karan Johar and a bunch of other people from the industry saying, please do something when the Jamia and AMU attack happened. So it's not because I'm scared but I genuinely think that there are very, very nice people in the industry. There are very warm people in the industry. There are also people that you don't like and you don't get along with, you will never want to work with, right? So there are all kinds of people in the industry, like there are all kinds of people in any industry. And if you go after somebody with so much vengeance and he or she does something to his or her life, would you think that's your personal battle won? Where do you go from here? Where do you go with this hate? And the case is anyway under investigation. Police is doing what, they need to do. Why would you just make a, scene and a circus out of it? And imagine the kind of, the state of the girlfriend or the family or the friends that they are going through. They have lost a loved one. You can't have this much empathy and sensitivity towards them. I mean, it's just so heartbreaking, man.